All right, friends, please make sure you are facing this way. Make sure you're facing this way. Pike position on your mat. If you're sitting on the mat with somebody else, let's get a little space in between. Okay, today's the first day of our gymnastics unit, so let's go over a few of the rules. Gymnastics is so much fun, but it's also a little bit different from the other units that we do, so we need to have a few rules that are a little bit different. I have our rules poster up here on the wall. We're also going to go over them on the screen real quick. First, we want to make sure we're having fun, but please do not play around. This is not a very good unit for us to be trying to be silly, because I don't want you to get hurt. Safety is my very first priority. Everybody say, be safe. Be safe. We're going to be safe and do everything we can to have fun. We want to keep our bodies in control. So when we were going to our mat and sitting down, that was a great job. We're going to be doing that same thing. We don't want to crash on the mats. When we're doing the different movements today, gymnastics is all about learning how to move your body in different ways. Next week, we're going to be working on jumping and landing and balancing. This week, we're working on traveling across the mat in different ways. And then the last week of our unit, we're going to put it all together. We're going to have some fun stations. We're going to do some vaults and some jumps and landings, some balance beam. So we're going to have a lot of fun on that last week and put all the things we've been learning together and do some fun gymnastic stations. Please only do what is instructed. So I know a lot of you guys probably have taken gymnastics, or you might be taking gymnastics right now. Raise your hand if you take gymnastics right now. Oh wow, look at all that experience in the room. Awesome job. All right, hands down. If you take gymnastics, you might know how to do some really cool things like handstands, back flips, back handsprings, walkovers, but please only do what we're working on together, because your gymnastics studio is a lot different from our gym here. We don't have springs under our floor. I don't have a big foam pit for you to practice back flips into. So please make sure you're working on what we're gonna do. We're gonna do as much as we can with what we've got with the mats on the ground. We're gonna have a lot of fun and do some fun challenges today. Thumbs up if you understand that. All right. All right, we want to wear appropriate clothes. Let's go ahead and tuck our shirts in for the rest of our lesson so that we don't accidentally show off anything that we don't want people to see. When we're doing the moves across the mats, we're going to probably wear some stretchy clothes over the next few weeks so you can do the different movements. And then we want to also keep our hands and feet to ourselves. If you are on a mat with somebody else and it looks like they need help, please do not try to help them with your hands, because I don't want you to accidentally hurt someone else, okay? All right. No shoes on the mat. So the reason that we're doing gymnastics, even if you never do gymnastics again after today, the things that we're learning today is going to help you become a better athlete. So if you work on the things we're doing, you're going to get more balance. You're going to get stronger, and you're going to get more flexibility. And that is going to help us, because the balance and the strength and the flexibility can help you in whatever sport you end up wanting to do one day. If you want to be a soccer player or a football player, you want to go out to the playground and play gaga ball, balance and strength and flexibility can help you become better at all of those different things. So even if you never do gymnastics again, it's a really great activity for you to work on getting better and becoming a better athlete. Make sense? All right, my friends. We're going to get started with a quick warm-up. Please follow along on the screen. Everybody stand up on your mat. Before we start our gymnastics unit, I wanted to show you a quick highlight of the Olympics. The Olympics is like when the best gymnasts from the whole world come together and compete. This is some of the USA team. You're going to get to see some highlights of the boys and the girls team and see the things that they can do. We're going to show you a lot of different events. I want you to watch the balance they have, the flexibility they have, and the strength that they have in this video. And I also want you to pay attention. Sit up in pike position, Caden. Sit up in pike position, Hunter. I want you to pay attention to what they do before they start and when they finish. So I'm going to ask you when we're done, what did they do before they started and when they finished, the signal that they gave to the judges before they start. All right, let's check this out real quick.
I prefer team worlds.
Pretty cool, right? So they were really good, yeah, the best in the world. So raise your hand. Did anybody notice what did they do before they started and when they finished their travel or their routine or their bars or their rings? What were they doing? Riley, did you see what they did? They put their arms up, yeah. What is that called? Do you know? It's called a salute. So when you're doing gymnastics, it's different from another sport where we're trying to score a goal against another team. You're trying to perform your skills and show the judges, it's a signal to show the judges you're about to start and you're about to be done. So before they start, they always do a salute, put their arms up straight, and they go down. And then when they finish, you saw them when they landed, 2 feet on the mat, they did the same thing. We're going to do that today before we start our travel and when we finish our travel to practice doing what gymnasts do, to practice that signal. So let's practice that real quick. Everybody stand up on your mat. Put our arms down straight by our side and go up and down. Awesome job. Let's try it one more time. Go up and down. That's our signal. Everybody say salute. Salute. All right, please have a seat on your mat. Let's talk about the first travel that we're going to be working on today. All right, today we're going to be doing different travel challenges like I told you across the mat. Our wow challenge today is for you to see if you can do all the travels that we do today across the mat with self-control without crashing on the mat. So if you can do all the travels that we do with self-control without crashing on the mat, that's our bonus challenge of the day. I'm going to give you 1 minute to practice each travel across the mat. So when the music starts, you're going to try to go across the mat and practice the travel. When the music stops, you're going to sit down in pike position on your mat. Make sense? Thumbs up if you're ready. All right, first travel we're going to be working on is the duck walk. Oh, we're not starting yet, Alex. Have a seat. Have a seat. We're not starting yet. You gotta wait for the music. Have a seat, pike position on your mat. Have a seat, pike position on your mat. Okay, for every travel that we're doing, you need those 3 things we talked about earlier. You need balance, strength, and flexibility. For the duck walk, the main 2 things you're focused on is balance and flexibility. So you're trying to do your stretch,